Now, your Alaska Link weather for Fairbanks and the interior.
Well, good evening. As we took a step into our Tuesday, temperatures were soaring. Many locations at least climbing into those 20s, many locations as well into those 30s, and even some locations hitting those 40s, nearing even some records on the board. Now, as we roll through the overnight, still note that especially valley areas like Fairbanks will be able to see that overnight lows will be able to drop back into those teens. So we will be watching for some concerns here, which we'll detail in a moment. But note that area wide, we are dropping anywhere down to staying above 0 into Circle. We're seeing 16 into Fairbanks, 22 into Delta Junction, to 25 into Healy. But we are going to continue to talk windy conditions. Those windy conditions are Chinook winds, which have been promoting those mild temperatures. And those winds are looking to stay pretty consistent at least through Thursday, potentially into Friday. So there are some wind alerts that will continue to stay in place. But it does promote those mild temperatures to be paired up with some of that sunshine as we do hold to a high pressure system. Now, sunshine, mild temperatures, and a higher sun angle this time of the year, there is some potential of seeing some snow and ice melt. So that, especially where temperatures can fall back below freezing overnight, can create some slippery road conditions. So do stay wary. And we will also then see that this is going to be a continued pattern, especially the mild sunshine that will be taking us into that weekend forecast. But here we are, as we mentioned, there is that high wind alert that is going to stay in place, anywhere from a wind advisory at Delta Junction to then expanding a high wind warning there through Healy and just outside of the Denali National Park region. So that Chinook wind coming over the range and causing for that potential of seeing wind gusts that could be exceeding 75 miles per hour. There's at least even a 35 to 45 mile per hour potential there from Denali National Park through Delta Junction. Healy highlighting that higher potential. Not as much of a wind in some of those valley spots, but still definitely going to see maybe some of that wind at times, which could promote temperatures to be warmer. Generally, what we're going to see is at least 20 is on the board. If those winds can really push in that warmth, bumping up into those 30s under that sunshine will definitely be a possibility. We are pairing it up with plenty of sunshine. We have sun sitting at 8 hours and 24 minutes. 8:20 or 8:52 is our sunrise. 5:17 is our sunset. Area wide, we do hold on to sunshine. These icons here is signifying more of a blowing snow potential, but what we're noting is that with how mild temperatures are, blowing snow is not going to be as much of a risk, as we're actually going to have that melting threat as mentioned. Into that Thursday forecast, fairly similar conditions, temperatures staying above normal, more of that sunshine around. And note that when it comes to these mild temperatures is at 25, we're about 10 degrees above normal. We're still seeing the warmth persisting. Now, we're not looking at smashing records, but some days records are sitting into those 30s, so there's definitely some possibility as we will hold on to this quiet weather pattern at least through that weekend forecast.